rounds of boxing scheduled for the European Union Light Welterweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my right is the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing silver trunks with black trim, he is fighting out of Sheffield by way of Bradford, England. His weight, 9 stone, 13½ pounds, or 139½ US pounds. With a record of 25 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws, he has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the WBO #1 junior welterweight contender. Tonight he is challenging for the title. Please welcome the British and Commonwealth champion, introducing Junior, the hitter, Witter. And his opponent across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, is the defending champion. On my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, joining us from Ghent, Belgium. His weight, 9 stone, 12½ pounds, or 138½ US pounds. His record stands at 15 wins, only 1 defeat, with 6 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the European Union Light Welterweight champion, Juergen Haeck. And once again, a referee in charge, Francisco Vasquez Marcos, now to give instructions, 10 rounds of action scheduled.
No golpes para abajo de cintura. Oído con la cabeza. Y aquí, embrace, hacia atrás, stop. Bien. Ok, suerte.
Junior Witter having to play the bridesmaid all the time so far. It's been a slow-burning career, but I just wonder whether this is the big year for him. What can Juergen Haeck do to stop the remarkable run that Witter is on at the moment, where he's been setting himself for his punches, hitting very hard, and getting people out of there in very quick time.
And I think he'll want to make a statement here in Manchester on a big Ricky Hatton card.
First round. Tall, angular, as you can see, Haeck, the Belgian. I wonder if his chin might be in the air a little bit. Are we going to see more evidence of the developing Witter power? He never really looked like a puncher much early in his career. That first right hand seemed to have some effect, didn't it?
Yeah, legs just seem to stiffen a little bit. He does have good power, and that's developing all the time, but he's got this unorthodox stance and boxing style, which I think it's very hard for most fighters to deal with.
Keeps switching his style all the time as well. First orthodox, then southpaw, then back again. Never quite know where the punches are coming from with him. The promoters tonight need him to look good again. Slipping a little bit, Haeck, and there's a bit of redness already by his left eye.
Yes, I think both eyes are a little red. He's already felt the power of Witter.
He's sitting down more on his punches these days. He looked a bit of a fancy Dan early on in his career, but I think to try and acquire more marketability, he's almost had to change himself, reinvent himself.
And he's done it well. He's looking for the left uppercut. It's a wide punch, but a good one.
Slashing fast hands from Witter, and there's a bit of power there as well. And all the time you're watching him, you have to ask yourself the question, how would Ricky Hatton deal with this?
Well, you've got power and you've got speed. You've got variety. Difficult to work out.
Haeck's got over with a couple of right hands so far. Just keeps his left glove very, very low. Uses reflexes for a defense, basically, Witter.
But Haeck very straight up, and you'd think pretty easy to hit.
Going for that right hand again. I think he's seen a few tapes of Witter. He's trying to work on something. Whether he might walk onto one doing it, we'll see.
Well, he's got to try and find a game plan that works, looking for the right hand.
Haeck's confidence will be high. He's won his national championship in his last 3 fights, and he has that win too over the French hopeful Christophe Carlier. He'll believe he's just caught off balance by the jab there.
Yes, that jab rocked him back, didn't it?
There's almost a smile playing around the lips of Junior Witter while he's fighting these days.
Well, he's got that air of confidence, hasn't he? And everything's going well from him. He can afford to smile.
Rabbit punch there from him, which the referee didn't like. He has been open to right hands in this first round, interestingly. Welcome back to Manchester. Still to come, the big fight with Ricky Hatton, and his biggest test yet against former world champion Vince Phillips. And this is the man who's lined up for a big British showdown with Hatton in July. Junior Witter. He won that first round, but not without a problem or two.
Well, I think he was a little bit casual. I just don't see an opening with the right hand.
Round 2. This is due to go 10 rounds, this one. Witter has already picked up British and Commonwealth titles along the way at 10 stone. He's from the Brendan Ingle camp that produced Prince Nassim Hamed. He's now emerging as one of the big stars of the gym. The kids who congregate habitually in that gym look up to him all the time now. And it's good for him too. I think it's good for his image. Quite fast hands, Haeck, isn't he?
Yes, he's trying to get that jab working. I think that's a key. He's just got to bring that jab back and cover up. He's trying hard, Haeck, to get through.
Witter with this loose, languid style. Looks as if he's winding himself up for something, Witter, and quite often lately he has been. And I think the same applies to him as with Hatton. You'd love to see him in with one of the genuine top 10 guys. That's just a slip from the Belgian. He's 29 now. He's not going to get any better than this.
He's just looking for the opportunity, looking to counter as Haeck lunges in.
Couldn't quite get there with the right hand. The Belgian looking confident. His dad was a decent class pro who boxed for a European title back in the 70s. I think Juergen was there. He was 5 years old at the time.
The right hand just seemed to affect Witter, didn't it?
It did. Hello, hello. Oh, and he's got him again. And I just wonder here. He's been open to those right hands, and they're having some effect. Well, well, well.
Well, now Witter's got to really concentrate. Been caught with a couple of good shots.
And even as they watch this, are one or two people beginning to rethink their views on a fight with Hatton if it ever comes off. The Belgian showing he's not to be underrated. Paying the penalty, Witter, for keeping his left glove so low. Haeck's got a fast right hand. He's used it well and exploiting that. Now Witter tries to move up a gear and tries to tag him with a left hook, but it doesn't land clean.
Well, he's got to do that now. Now he's got to really get into the fight. Let Haeck know he's there and he means business.
This is interesting, more interesting than we thought it might be. Witter was hurt and shaken in that round momentarily.
Just relax, keep your hands up. You're dropping your hands in distance and you're throwing your head up in the air. Relax,
Well, he just leaves himself open there and gets caught with a solid right hand. later in the round. Better shots, just a solid left hand as he rushed in there, Haeck.
That was not in the pre-fight script, Glenn.
No, it wasn't. I just think Witter has been a little bit too casual. He's expecting it to be easy, and I think just he read the riot act by Brendan Ingle a bit. Get the hands up and get to work.
Third round of this. Juergen Haeck looking as if he's intent to make more inroads on this European scene. That's just a slip again by him, not the first one. Haeck made his debut in California, but quickly came back to face himself around Europe. His only defeat against Suleiman Mbaye when he was beaten in a couple of rounds himself by body punches 15 months ago. Says he went into that fight with damaged ribs. That's his excuse for it. No way of telling or verifying that particular story, not really. Watch the use of the head.
Well, I think he's just dipping a little bit low there. Haeck is coming underneath Witter.
Just a little frustrated, I'd say, Junior Witter. He's had this big run of knockouts and he's had things much his own way, but I think he's having to start to think about this one a little more.
Yes, he is. An excellent body shot from Witter. And I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to go ahead and body, just a bit more variety.
I think I'm right in saying as well, this is the first time he's being shown on American TV tonight since his loss to Zab Judah, one of the top light welterweights in the world, up at Hampden Park. They didn't like him that night. They thought he was way too negative, Witter. In fact, they didn't want to know about him at all. But if they're going to show Hackman Witter, they need to showcase him. Fast left hand from him there. But they need him to look good here, don't they?
Yes, they do. He's just getting a little bit frustrated, not getting his punches together.
He's getting his glove up a little more now, knowing about that right hand from Haeck. Double jab from Witter, bit better.
The left eye of Haeck looking very reddened.
And he's got him with the right hand there, as Haeck was trapped against the ropes. It didn't quite land flush. I just wonder, is Witter starting to get to him a bit here now? It's a quite heavy looking shot around the temple as well. He kind of walked onto that one, the Belgian.
Yes, he's a bit wary of the shots now from Witter. I think he's been hurt in this round, Haeck.
Yeah. Certainly giving out that kind of body language. Nearly touched down there, did Haeck. He does look more troubled. His face is swelling up. And he's really planting his feet for some of these punches, Junior Witter.
Which supermodel doesn't feel dressed without...
And watching backstage with Junior Witter in action in the ring, there's Ricky Hatton in his dressing room, eyeing up what he thinks will be his next opponent.
Well, he's got to start concentrating on the one he's got this evening, because that's a tough enough job.
And this is proving a little tougher than expected for Junior Witter. Fourth round, he's the one in the silver trunks from Bradford. And just took a little punch on the way in, Witter, but he looks as if he means some fairly serious business now. Very unorthodox is Witter. Just needs to become more marketable, become a bit of a ticket seller, stir up more publicity. It's getting there on that front, but only slowly.
Well, it's the hit and run tactics now from Haeck. He's a bit wary about getting hit.
Yeah, he did get hit then. He cut him off on the corner, and the right hand jolted the head back of Haeck. Witter showing signs that he's beginning to get this under control, and the Belgian has been hurt and is starting to look the worse for wear. His mouth's starting to gape open, and I think his legs might have gone a bit as well.
Well, he's not been positive. It's all negativity from Haeck, and the only success he's had is when he tried to have a positive round and take the fight to Witter.
I'm afraid Haeck at the moment is looking a bit like an accident waiting to happen. It's a question maybe now of Witter picking the punches. He's trying to keep going again. Witter is quick enough to cut him off on the corner. The Belgian holds on and tries to buy a bit of time. Body shot seemed to have some effect as well. I think opponents find Witter so difficult. He's a real box of tricks, and he's got so many. He ought to be in the magic circle, I think, at times. He's coming at you from so many different angles.
Well, he's so unorthodox, and you know, he has power and he has speed, and that makes it difficult.
Oh, big left hand, and Haeck's left eye already closing too quickly. He might have done well to go down there and take a break. Counts at 8. The referee's not happy and wants them to look at the face of Haeck. I can't see anything that would warrant him being taken back to the corner. There's no blood there, is there?
There's not, just a bad swelling. He's got the doctor having a look at it. He's rubbing his nose as well.
I think you've seen that in an American ring. And there's another right hand, heavy shot. Haeck, I think he's about to be stopped if Witter here can pick the punches. Had an awkward moment tonight, Junior Witter, but he's back in full control of this now.
Yes, and looking very strong and powerful, these shots from Witter.
Oh, right hand open to that Haeck.
Well, he's come apart now, hasn't he, Haeck?
He really has. He's unraveling before our eyes. .10-8 round, that one, Glenn, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's the good left. Solid punches, and then the uppercut. There, good long left hook. Right in the face.
He's got these slashing punches, hasn't he? They're going over to the corner while you're watching this. I think they're going to stop it. I think this fight is over. And you're looking at some of the reasons why these punches, there seem to be a... Yeah, that's it. It's over. The referee has signalled that the fight is off. Haeck has been pulled out of it. And Junior Witter has the stoppage win. There are boos from the Hatton fan club in Manchester, but he continues to look pretty destructive, doesn't he?
Yes, Haeck, didn't really know what to make of him. He tried hard in the second round and caught Witter with a couple of punches, but I think Witter was toying with him, really. I think Witter was just too relaxed. That's why he got hit.
Are you among those who think that Witter is the wrong fight for Hatton, style-wise?
I think it's a very tough fight for Hatton. Very, very awkward. He hits hard. It's a very difficult fight for Ricky Hatton.
Full of imponderables. Would he be able to do that against a fighter like Hatton, who would always be looking to get him onto the back foot? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hatton's got to go in there and do his job tonight. But I think vis-a-vis the American audience, and that's important in the equation, Witter passed the audition tonight, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I mean, other than a few punches in the second round, there was no real problem for Witter, and he showed that he could cut an opponent down like Haeck pretty easily.
Did look open to right hands, though, didn't he, Witter?
He did a little bit, but I just thought at the beginning of the fight he was too casual. He's very, very confident, and that verges on overconfidence, and that's where any problems might lie with Junior Witter.
He is a good fighter, waiting for his big fight, Junior Witter, and he might not be in the shadows for very much longer.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Francisco Vasquez Marcos, stops the contest at the end of round number 4. The winner by way of stoppage by injury. He is the new European Union Light Welterweight Champion, Junior, the hitter, Witter. And ladies and gentlemen, join me in recognizing the fine efforts.
I don't know if Ricky Hatton was watching that backstage, but I'll wager he could hear the booing. And some smattering of applause for Witter after that victory, as Hatton continues his preparations. Maybe he heard what we were saying as he continues to warm up. Our top of the bill, Ricky Hatton's toughest looking test tonight against Vince Phillips. That's to come a little bit later on. But Witter is the man taking the plaudits in the ring right now. How we'd love to match